This is gonna be really awkward. You're the funner. I'm Jada, and welcome to my first YouTube video. Not everybody clap at once. I have decided, well, technically,
my friends have decided
to make a YouTube channel. I put on my Instagram note, on my private Instagram. If you want to follow my main, here it is. Do you like the plug? Anyway, I put on my private Instagram note, I like you want to make a YouTube channel. And I got a lot of replies telling me that I should. So here I am. So, hi, I'm Jada. You may be wondering, why is my mic connected to a random red tube? It's pawpaw ointment.
Because it's the only thing that I could find to use as a mic stand, because I couldn't clip it anywhere else and I didn't want to hold it like that. So we're gonna ignore the big red tube.
Anyway, today, in my first video, I'm doing a Q&A. You may be thinking, why are you holding a trolley bright crawlers container? That's because I went to Time Zone and I got this. It was full, by the way, of lollies. And I got it, brought it home, and half of it was gone because my brother and my cousin decided to take handfuls. Can I speak English? Handfuls, and eat half of the bucket. So I ate the rest. And I needed a container for the questions. So, you may be wondering,
Jada, where did you get the questions from?
I put on my Instagram story asking me some questions and I put it in a YouTube channel.
Can you say magnetic?
Oh my god, I need to go back to school. Anyway, I'll put it in a YouTube video. And this is what I've done. They're in this container. And we're just gonna get to answering. Because I bet you're already sick of me. Anyway, first question. What's your biggest fear? Throw that back there. Let's get sentimental. Cue sentimental music.
I have lots of fears, as one does, as a human does. But my biggest fear is losing my family. Yeah. Because, I can't live without my family. It's quite a jarring thing to think about. If I even think about it, I get sad. But, that's like most people's worst fears is losing their family and their loved ones, but that's mine because I'm generic like that.
Anyway, next question. What's your favourite food? I'm a big bag, if you can't already tell. But I love anything with meat in it. Yeah, I said it. I enjoy meat. So, if I had to pick a singular dish to make my favourite, I'd say my dad's chicken curry that he makes. But I love all types of foods, trust me. Except seafood. Fun fact. Oh, I don't like seafood. So, moving on. Imagine you could speak to one inanimate object in your house, what would it tell you? See, I feel like I'd talk to my mirror. Why? Because I use it all the time. My mirror, I put a photo of what it looks like right here. I'm using it for lighting right now. I love it. I love it. It's like my pride and joy. If it broke, I'd cry. I'd cry. I'm being honest. This channel's about honesty, okay? I'd cry. So, if it could talk to me, I feel like it would be like a best friend. And it would like hype you up if you look good. But it would also tell me,
Jada, what the fuck are you wearing and why do you look like that?
on my bad days, I feel like it'd be like a best friend. A very honest best friend. So I'd talk to my mirror and it'd probably say,
You're fine shit.
Anyway, moving on. How old are you? I'm 15 years old.
A minor.
Yeah. Technically, I'm 15 and 8 months old. 15 and 8 months old. I'm 15 years and 8 months old. There you go. What's your best memory? See, I don't remember a lot. I'm honest. I don't remember a lot. But when I do, it's usually the good things. So, story time! My best friend turned 16 last week.
I'm finding it.
Yeah, last week. And we went to Auckland City for the weekend, stayed in a hotel, did some shopping, spent a lot of money. Let me know if you want a haul of what I got, but I spent a lot of money. And we spent a lot of time together, and it was really fun. Like, it was my 4 best friends. Well, yeah, my 4 best friends. It was me. I'll put a photo of them here. It was me, Brianna, Lily, and Olivia, whom you'll probably see in later videos, But we made a lot of fun memories, and one of the memories I think of right now is we went to the viaduct. I'll put a photo here, probably, if I can find one, to the viaduct, and we went to a market and we had dinner, and it was a really good night. I had a lot of fun, and then we swam in the pool, and it was fun. So that's my best memory that I can think of right now. Do you like to stay inside or go outside? Oh, I dropped it. I couldn't throw it. Anyway, I love that thing back there. My bed. Okay, not the wall. Not the wall. My bed. But I love being outside. I love being, shopping. I'm a retail therapy fiend, but I love going outside and going places. Problem is the town I live in is so small that there's literally nothing to do. There's 4 places, maybe 5, that I go to. My best friend's house, the park, the library, the school, and no, I think that's it. And my home. So, when I go outside, I have to be going somewhere. I can't be just going outside for the sake of going outside. So, if I had to pick of staying inside or going outside, I'd be going outside. But I love my house, don't get me wrong. I love that bed back there. It's wonderful. If you could give advice to your younger self, what would it be? Cue the sentimental music. Again. I would tell my younger self, younger Jada, child Jada, that it gets better. Because it does, Back then, I was really sad. I was sad, didn't want to leave my house, didn't even want to leave my room, didn't even want to leave my bed. But it gets better. That's good advice for anybody out there. It gets better. Like, you have to just surround yourself, put yourself in situations where you're happy and you like to be there and you want to be there. Like, I don't want to be at school. So when I wasn't at school, I'd go to places that I'd want to be in. My friends, things like that. But I'd tell younger me that it does get better, girl. You just gotta push through it, Life likes to throw rocks at you sometimes. Sometimes they're boulders, sometimes they're pebbles. Usually the boulders, they hit you, but you just gotta get back up. What's your dream job / career? So, law drop.
I'm the oldest of my parents' children. I have 3 younger siblings, and I'm one of the elder cousins in my family. So I'm around a lot of children and babies. But I also like helping people. Like, I like active service is one of my biggest love languages. I love helping people. So
I put 2 and 2 together, and out came pediatrics. I want to be a pediatric surgeon, but that is like the top. It's like what I'm really reaching for, that's the top of the mountain. But I'll be fine being a pediatrician. I'd be fine with being a pediatric nurse. I just want to work in pediatrics. But if we're talking dream, if we're talking I dream about it, in an ideal world, I'd be a singer. Because
I love singing and I love performing. I do dance, I love performing. I love performing. And I've been doing kabaka since I was 9.
So, in an ideal world, I'd be a singer, but what I'm working towards right now is being a pediatric surgeon. Next question. Which fish eats grass? Girl.
Baby girl.
I am not Google. Do you think I know what fish eats grass? Because I don't.
Because I don't.
But I don't know. Ask Siri, because I ain't her girl. How tall are you? I am 171 centimeters tall. I think it's 5'6". I was really dumb, and I went from like thinking I was 5'5" to thinking I was 5'9" to thinking I was like 5'7". No, I'm 5'6", I think. I'm 171 centimeters. It might be 181. I can't remember, but I know it's around that. But we'll say I'm 171 centimeters, and I think that's 5'6". Moving on. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? I live in New Zealand right now. Right. And a lot of my family's here, and they're either here or they're in Australia. So personally, I'd pick Australia just because it's close enough to the rest of the world and it's bigger, but it's also close enough to my family that I won't cry about having to be so far away. So I'd pick Australia. Specifically Sydney, because I like big cities. I'm a city girl at heart, country girl in practice, I guess. Suppose every time you told a lie, a tiny creature appeared. What would your world look like after a day? I'd have at least 3 magical pets. I'm not calling myself a liar, but I am saying that I lie. I don't lie like straight, like if I did something I don't say I didn't do it, right? I own up. But I like it's compulsive. I don't know why. I just add things on to stories. Like I'll tell a story and then I'll add a random part on that didn't actually happen, and then afterwards I have to be like, oh no, wait, that part didn't happen, but the rest did. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you're a liar.
Like I just add on random things. I don't know why that are lies. So I'd probably have at least 3 little magical creatures running around after a day. Damn, it's a big one. Okay. If you could give an everyday object a secret magical ability, which object would you choose and what would it do? See, this is a really like first world answer, but I'd give my phone regeneration, because I'm filming on my phone right now. Currently my screen is cracked, so I would give it regen so it could heal itself every time I dropped it, because I'm really clumsy. Like I drop my phone a lot, or it just like falls out of my pocket, and it just smacks on the ground, and then you have to pick it up and pray that it's not cracked more. So I'd give my phone regeneration so it could fix itself. Can I speak English? Fix itself when it's broken, like right now. Imagine time could pause for everyone except you. What would you do in those frozen moments? We're being honest on this channel, okay? And I'm being honest right now. I would rob people. Yep. I'm not saying that I rob people now, but if time was frozen, right? Think about the question, right? Think about it. If time was frozen, I would steal. I'd steal all the cash in my house from all the people who live here. And the thing about my family is that they don't like to go. Why are you crooked? They don't like to go into stores a lot, so they get like us, as in me and my brothers, to run in and buy stuff. So they tell us the card pin. The fact that I've thought about this,
I would take everybody's cards, go to the ATM, get out like $50 each card, come back. By then, time would probably be unfrozen, and I would hide all the money, and I'd just be hundreds of dollars richer.
not saying that I do it now, but if time was frozen, I would. I'd steal. That's the answer. I'd steal. And I'd rob. If you could change something about the world, what would it be and why? Gender inequality.
Like, can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world right now?
Why? Because I feel like women aren't treated correctly. And I'm not saying that as a woman, I'm saying that as a human. Because let's think about it. Okay, let's think about it together. Right, hold my hand.
If women were paid the same amount as men, if they were given the same opportunities as men, if they were
I'm gonna let go of your hand now.
if they were treated the same as men, I feel like everything would be a much better place. If women had the same amount of respect as a man had, if they were paid the same amount as a man in their workplace was, I feel like life would be a lot better, you know? So I would fix gender inequality. And then second to that is war.
Because there's so many wars going on right now in this world. And it's actually quite foolish on the governments of the attacking countries. I'm gonna leave it at that. How tall is a monkey with no name? Like I said, I am not Google. I don't know infinite answers. So, I'd just say that a monkey with no name is like a human you've never met before, right? It's just somebody, or a monkey, that you don't know. So, I'd say a monkey with no name is as tall as your average monkey. Maybe like 5'7".
Hi,
Okay.
Editor Jada here. I meant 4'7". I meant 4'7". I really pray that there's no monkey that's 5'7". Anyway.
Maybe 5'8". There's some big monkeys out there. But like I said, I'm not ChatGPT, I'm not Siri, I'm not Google. I don't know. But I'm gonna say 4'6". What type of hair does Eli's toe have? If you don't know, Eli's my brother. I'll put a photo of him here. That he will approve of, so he doesn't get angry at me. Eli's my brother, and I know exactly who asked me this question because it was one of my cousins. And I went to Eli when I saw this question. I went to him and I said,
my cousin's name, asked what type of hair your toe has. Should I just say the same as your head?
and he said,
Hold on, let me check.
and my brother has straight hair. I obviously have curly hair, right? My brother has straight hair. He looked and he said,
Tell him it's curly.
so it's curly, I guess. You're welcome. I don't know. How long does a tree take to grow? I am not the Lorax. No matter how much I quote Ashby, if you don't know who Ashby is, get to know. This is her. She is hilarious and she dresses up as characters and she's so funny and she does the Lorax. And no matter how much I may quote her Lorax quotes, I don't know how long it takes for a tree to grow. I'll Google it and I'll put it on the screen so you know. But I don't know. I'm not the Lorax. Moving on. Why so much gap? See, I know exactly who wrote this question because it was my cousin. A different cousin, but a cousin. And it really hit me right here in the heart because I don't have gut. And I make it known that I don't have gut. Like I tell people I'm flat as a board. I'm flat as that wall back there, okay? I'm flat. So asking why so much gout, knowing I have no gout, is so insensitive. And if you are watching this, my cousin, you know who you are. If you're watching this, okay, if you're watching this, I'm looking right at the camera. If you're watching this, no, that hurt because I don't have gout. Moving on. Favorite memory from the Diddle Squad? Lord drop.
In year 9, when I was around 13, 14, me and my friend group named ourselves the Diddle Squad. Forgot why. I really don't know. But our sign was this. Into the mic now.
Okay, I think it's because we were immature children. And we were like, oh, this is funny, let's name ourselves this. Anyway. My favorite memory from the Diddle Squad, aka my squad, aka my friend group. It was probably when we were walking around town. Story time. We were walking around town, our town, and we stopped at the school and we just sat on this random bench and we were just cracking up laughing. We were having a bunch of conversations and we took this photo that I had as my lock screen for like a year, probably more than a year. And every time I see that photo, I get really sentimental because a couple people from my friend group have moved away, or that I've grown distant to. So I get sentimental and I'm like, oh, look at us, children, you know, young children. Anyway, moving on. But that's my favorite memory, is when we were laughing, having good conversations, having a good old time. Are you a lesbian? No. Moving on.
Hey?
Why is it stuck to me? Moving on. What chicken eats chicken? A cannibalistic chicken? I don't know. Are you a drug trafficker? No. What kind of questions are these? What are you talking about? Anyway, second to last question. What's your favorite thing to do? I, like any other teenager, love sleep, love to eat, But if we pick hobbies, I like to read.
I like to read.
Yeah. You might look at me and be like, JD, you don't read. You can barely speak English. But I do read. I do. There's a bunch of books up there that you can't see because they're on a shelf out of the screen. But I like to read. My favorite book so far, right now, is Twisted Hate. I'll put it on the screen. Do I recommend you read it? No, because then you know what I read. But that's my favorite book. But I also like watching things. I love watching movies. I prefer watching music videos over just listening to the audio. And I love watching YouTube, which is why I'm making a YouTube channel. Look at me. Last question. What's 10 plus 9? This is not a good question to end off with. I have none left. But 10 plus 9 is 19. But 9 plus 10...
What's 9 plus 10?
21.
is 21. So, that comes to the end of my video. My first YouTube video. If you liked it, subscribe, like and subscribe, and press the notification button so you know when I upload. Oh, look at me, I'm so professional. But yeah, comment down below what you want me to, film, video ideas that you want me to do, things you want to see. But yeah, like and subscribe, leave a comment. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, night, morning, afternoon, whatever. Yeah. Bye.